I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, we're going to learn how to use Canvas to make a webinar funnel with or without a membership area. So first of all, let's find out what a webinar funnel does. This funnel is designed to allow potential customers to register for an event and then attend a live or recorded webinar that educates them on your products or services. The goal of this webinar is to create interest and ultimately generate sales. So how do we use this funnel in different niche areas? So in all of these niche areas, coaches and consultants, affiliate marketing, sales, offline business, and even business to business, this funnel is designed to give extended information and details about your product or service that you're offering and how it benefits the potential customer. It also establishes you as the expert in your niche. So here's an example of what the first page of a webinar funnel can look like. So it's going to have information about the webinar, maybe even an image related to the webinar. And the most important thing is to have an opt-in form so that they can opt in to get notifications and reminders of when the webinar is going to start. You can also add images below the opt-in to give more information about the webinar or to even introduce the speakers that you're going to have for the webinar. So here's how we get started building this funnel in Canvas. The first step is to click Add Funnel. The second step is to name your funnel with a funnel title and a funnel description, and then click Next. And then you're going to select your template. The first template is the webinar funnel without a membership, and the second template is the webinar funnel with a membership. Once you select your template, then choose Create. So now let's take a look at how to create a webinar funnel without a membership area in Canvas. I'm in the Canvas window, and I've got the webinar funnel without a membership area. And let's take a look at the blueprint of this funnel and how the user will go through the funnel to get registered and to attend the webinar. So the first page they're going to hit is the webinar registration page. And this is where there's an opt-in form. And when they fill out that opt-in form and hit submit, they're going to go to the email confirmation page. This is going to give them instructions on how to check their email and click the confirmation link inside the email. Once they click confirm, they're going to be sent to the webinar indoctrination page. This is the page that educates them on when the webinar is going to happen, where it's going to happen, how to connect, all the information they need for the webinar. Also, there's usually a countdown on this page so that when the countdown gets to 0, it forwards to the webinar broadcast page. Then at the time the webinar starts, the webinar will appear on the broadcast page. So that's how the user goes all the way through the funnel. Now let's make sure we have everything set up so that it's ready to create the website. The first thing we're going to check is the form. I'm going to right click it and I'm going to go to Edit Element. And here I'm going to make sure the information is correct for my opt-in form. So the service is going to be Mailing Boss. The next thing I need to do is select the list. So I'm going to click the down button and choose my list. If I don't have a list already created, I can create a list on the fly by clicking this purple Create List button. The pending subscribe page is already selected for you, which is the email confirmation page. The subscription confirmed is already selected for you, which is the webinar indoctrination page. And you have a choice to add an unsubscribe page if you want to add it to your funnel. So everything's ready to go on the form. The next thing I can do is make sure that my email marketing is set up. So I can right click the form and go to View Mailing Boss Campaigns. And from here, I can go into Mailing Boss and set up my email marketing for this opt-in list. And now my funnel's ready to create the website. So the first thing I'm going to do is click Save and then OK. And now I'm going to click Create the website. I need to put in a website name and then click Create. And now the website is actually generated in the background and I have two choices. I can choose to click OK and stay here in Canvas, or I can choose to click Access the website and I can go into the Pixel Perfect and work on my design and content for my webinar funnel. Now let's take a look at how to create a webinar funnel with a membership area in Canvas. I'm in Canvas in my webinar funnel with a membership area. And I want you to notice, first thing, these square boxes down at the bottom. The very light tan box indicates that all of these pages are in this layout. And then the red box indicates that this page is in this layout. So it's important to remember that we've got two layouts happening here. We have the default layout and we've got the membership layout. That page with the red bar at the bottom is actually the protected membership area. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. So let's go through the blueprint and see how the user goes through this funnel. So the first step is they arrive on the webinar registration page. On this page, there's an opt-in form. When they fill out that opt-in form and hit submit, they'll be sent to the email confirmation page. They'll have instructions on this page on how to check their email and click the confirm button. Once they click confirm, they'll go to the webinar indoctrination page. This is the page that educates them on when the webinar is, who the people will be that are speaking, and usually it has a countdown timer. Once that countdown timer gets to 0, then it forwards to the webinar broadcast page. This is the page that the actual webinar will appear on. Also on this webinar broadcast page, you'll typically have a checkout. The checkout will have the offer of what you're selling, your product or your service. Once they go through the checkout process and make their purchase, they'll be sent to the thank you page. On the thank you page, there'll be a link that leads them to the membership area. They'll only be able to get into this protected membership area if they made the purchase through the checkout process. So now let's talk about what we need to configure on this funnel to get it ready to make the website. The first thing we need to do is configure the form. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to Edit Element. I need to make sure that my service is Mailing Boss. I need to make sure that I select a list. If I don't have an existing list, I can create a list on the fly. My pending subscribe page is already configured. My subscription confirmed page is already configured. If I want to add an unsubscribe page, I can do that here. So now my opt-in form is ready. If I right click the form again, I can go to View Mailing Boss Campaigns, and I can be forwarded to Mailing Boss where I can set up my email campaigns for this opt-in list. The next thing I need to configure is the checkout. So I'm going to right click the checkout area and go to Edit Elements. From here, I'm going to make sure I have a title for my offer. I'm going to make sure I have a price for my offer. And then I have my success page already configured, which the success page in this funnel is the thank you page. And as you can see, I do not have a restricted area selected yet. So that's the next thing I need to do is restrict my membership area and then come back into the checkout and select which area it's going to release when the person makes their purchase. So I'm going to go to the membership layout and I'm just going to click that red square. These are the settings for this layout. So I need to title it, and I've titled it membership. I can change the color that indicates that membership area. Then I need to choose the access type. Are they going to get access because they create a user name and password? Are they going to get access from a token or both? Usually the access is by user. And then liberation. How is this membership area going to be released to the user? In this case, because we're going through checkout, it's going to be released through a manual payment system. So you can either manually approve them to get access to the membership area, or they can get access through a payment process. And that's the one we're using, is the payment process. So we've updated that information. I'm going to click Update. And that area is now restricted to only people that go through the checkout process. So now let's look at our checkout. I'm going to right click it and go to Element. And you can see now that that membership area is available. I'm going to check mark that. And what that means is the membership layout is released as soon as they go through the checkout payment process. They won't be able to get access to this area if they've not gone through checkout. So now this funnel is actually ready to create a website. So I'm going to click Save and then OK. And now I'm going to click Create the website. I'm going to come up with a website name and then I'm going to click Create. And now in the background, it's created this website completely with all of the connections, and I have two choices. I can choose to click OK and stay here in Canvas, or I can click Access the Website, and it will take me directly into the Pixel Perfect Builder, and I can start editing my website for design and content. That's how we use Canvas to create a webinar funnel with or without a membership area in Builderall.